Good afternoon, morning, evening, or night, ladies and gents. My name is Alex, and I'm here with Ruben. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, hi.
He's here. Get used to it.
The sticky shit on the fucking mic.
That's the residue from the Velcro. So
No, Alex, you don't even.
So let me tell you a story. Today we weren't on YouTube. Somehow we wound up on the Destiny official YouTube account.
Destiny the game.
So we were like, hey look, it's one of those original VDocs or whatever they call them. The little documentaries about the original games and
cringe
stuff.
Fests.
They are quite cringy and terrible.
Well, we'll find out.
But like, we watched like 3 or 4 of them, and we were like, oh my god.
No, Alex.
What? Fuck's sake. You gotta take a picture of it. Take a picture of it. And I'll have to put it in right now. I mean, look at that. That's crazy and stuff.
Oh, what?
So we were on this Destiny thing. So we were just like, oh yeah, let's watch some of these old terrible trailers. And we're looking at the clips and stuff. And we started noticing things. Worrying things.
Like, okay, they show a shot of someone flying into an area that looks very much like the lighthouse that they added in the second DLC before the game had come out, though. So, you know what? Tell you what, because we fucked it, let's strip all the content and release it. As basically, you know, it's just further evidence of that. I mean, everyone knows it.
And that wasn't it as well. There are multiple areas, multiple planets, locations.
Just aren't even in it at all.
Not in it at all. Cutscenes. There's like a whole thing that goes down that is not in it at all.
The Queen's brother.
Yeah.
Being all Jim.
Out here in the wild.
Careful with my headphones.
Something, whatever.
That's not one of them tipping down the side of the with his weird alien voice.
And then we went back and we watched the Halo 1 E3 trailer. And something weirdly similar happened.
Yeah, it was just sort of like, here's some stuff. You don't know what the game is really at all, but here's some stuff that we've been doing. We're not even going to tell you who the main character is, because we're just doing stuff. It was just sort of like Bungie just seemed to fuck about for 2 years, making some shit. Don't really know what they're doing, and slam it together at the last second and hope for the fucking best.
It was like this 9-minute trailer, where it just had all these random elements. It had Master Chief with a completely different voice, had loads of Marines, all the vehicles and things, some that weren't even in Halo 1. And they just sort of ran around for a bit. There was all the music that was completed and stuff. It was very, very weird, and it just made me think about this whole Destiny thing, and like, really?
Yeah, Bungie just that much of a fucking shambles all the time.
Wasn't Halo 1 like made... The team must have been like a 15th of the size.
Yeah.
Like, the thing came out about Marty O'Donnell, obviously. The whole reason why he left and everything, that he was unhappy with the direction. He was sort of in a big strop, wasn't he? Because they weren't using his music. Because they
just fucked it pretty much.
There was a trailer that came out. You can actually find it on YouTube that has this really weird, like, generic music in the background throughout the whole thing. And he was upset with Activision, who forced they were in control of the marketing, obviously. They took his music out, used generic shit. He was upset about that, artistic integrity, blah, blah, blah. And then from there, it just sort of completely collapsed. Mm-hmm. This was like when did the game? It came out 2014, didn't it?
It must have been like
September.
Near the end of 2013. All this shit was going on.
It was around like the E3-ish time, 2013, I think.
That sounds
so
right.
Then the whole fucking game was retconned. The entire thing. Like, you can see very clearly in those videos.
And Stratton left.
The writer and the audio and music director left.
Just like, this game's fucked.
That's fucking huge.
I'm out.
Like, I think they've managed to salvage quite a lot in the year, but I mean, what a fucking state. When you really think about it, you don't really comprehend it when you have the thing in your hands, you're playing it. And it's just like, obviously it's not bad because they had this like gameplay stuff that's refined and whatever. It's fun to play. But the actual, no story. I mean, the story is the biggest thing. Everyone was so fucking surprised by that. I mean,
I don't know, The Taken King is good, but then when people are like, yeah, it's got a story now, finally. Does it though? Because I haven't seen this story 1,000 times before.
Yeah, I'll go into that in depth at some point. But it's like they have this skeleton now, and they have to gradually build it up into this thing that they wanted it to be originally.
Well, because what are they going to do? Like, because MMOs are usually work in the form of like, I don't know, just same game constantly upgraded a bit. Destiny was going to be a Destiny 1, 2, 3 with some DLCs kind of thing.
Yeah, the original thing was...
How are they just going to have for like, 3 years whilst they work on Destiny 2, Destiny 1 being just sort of empty?
They've stretched Destiny 1 as far as it can go at this point. unless they're willing to add another 5 planets, ditch the previous gen, up at 60 frames and everything, unless they're willing to do that sort of huge overhaul,
then charge us £80 for it.
Then, I mean, they've got to move on from this base thing that they have now, because like even in the videos we saw, the second DLC that had the lighthouse in, as you said, also has this social area called the Reef that was in multiple of these pre-release videos that just looked like you could just go there, experience things. It's so different. They had this they had all these elements made, they didn't do anything with them, and then they just sort of used them in DLC and loosely tried to cobble everything together.
String it all into a thing.
That's the thing, like, I really want to like the universe more than I do with something like Halo. I'm super into that.
There's nothing going on in Destiny.
There's nothing like tangible you can really get attached to. Like, people say the lore and shit is really, but it's not in the. It's not
okay,
in the,
I guess.
It's fine.
But I don't want to have to
it's
really read around it.
Because all the stuff that's there and like the history or whatever is really interesting shit, but they never, ever do anything with it. They mention it offhand now and again. They bring it up randomly.
Toland's journal, for example, is mentioned like a whole bunch of times in the old Year 1 Destiny, and then only, in the Taken King now it's like, yeah, Toland, we're actually going to listen to Toland's journal a bit for this one mission.
Yeah, and like, how do they expect people to know who that is or relate to who it is?
And then Praediff, which is, it's a little more obvious because Praediff, there's Praediff's Revenge and Praediff's Timepiece, the 2 guns. But then it's just like, here's this mission with this lost guardian, go get him, or whatever.
Did you know that like Oryx, the bad guy in the Taken King, has this like diary thing that's like about him going crazy because he needs to like absorb so much power from, he has to like take people. He has to do that to stay alive or something. And so this whole like super in-depth thing.
But you don't ever hear about that.
You don't ever see
Oryx is a baddie.
He's a
Kill
mustache
him.
twirling, sort of like,
I'm gonna tank the universe.
And it doesn't need to be that. But it's
just did my James voice for that.
It's
fuck you.
I don't know. It's going to be difficult to salvage. I mean, I'd love it in a parallel universe somewhere for this Destiny Destiny did not release in a form that Bungie would have been happy with. There's no way. Maybe if they'd had another year to refine everything, then perhaps that could be the Destiny that they wanted to release. But budget reasons, time reasons, Activision pushing them reasons, they had to release something. And they did what they did, and they're trying to salvage it now, but it's like it, isn't it?
Kind of zoned out that past 20 seconds because James is making stupid
it's
gestures
just
at me.
sad. That's all it is. Because it was so unclear what the game even was until the beta came out, and then we sort of got an idea. We thought,
oh yeah, there'll be loads more then.
Yeah, we thought
that was like, oh, that's it.
We thought that was scratching the surface, but that was literally a quarter of the game, which is pretty shitty.
Yeah.
Doing better with the Taken King, and
I'm trying to think, have I ever spent more money on one single game though? I think I have.
Has there ever even been a game like this?
I mean, I don't think buying I don't know, Halo Reach Legendary Edition doesn't count. That doesn't count.
No, because the MMOs usually have a subscription model. Every month you're paying,
and you get more shit every month to some degree.
Yeah,
and obviously one really big expansion on every now.
As opposed to, I think I actually prefer the way Destiny does it with the.
Yeah, because I prefer paying a big amount of money and getting a big thing as opposed to losing £8 a month and just sort of like there's some.
Then you feel an obligation to play.
Well, I feel more satisfied.
If there's some subscription model, you feel like you have to play.
And I don't,
Shut up, James.
With an MMO, it's like you go away for 3 months and come back, and there might be enough stuff to make it feel like, that £24 that left my account is worth it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, the Dark Below wasn't worth £20. Dark Below was barely.
Was it £20? I suppose we paid 15, but if you bought it straight up, it was fucking £20.
Yeah.
For a
I
raid.
wouldn't even pay. I'd pay like £4 for that. It was the only good thing about it was the raid. The rest of it was so dissatisfying that it's just a fucking insult.
Omnicore was great.
Did you notice in the video they said you got strikes, you got raids. So
I remember we watched the trailer for the Dark Below and it's like we've got an all new strike. That's it.
What is that?
Got a raid. We got loads of secret stuff that we're not even supposed to show you because it was that really cringy one. That was fucking awful.
Go find it. It's terrible.
There are 3 story missions, 1 strike, and 1 raid in the Dark Below.
Not 3 story missions like a typical Halo COD or whatever.
Where it's like 30 minutes of sandbox experience. Just go here, shoot this, leave.
They're really short. You could finish it in 30 minutes if you tried. So yeah, they just sort of wanted to point that out. Thought it was interesting, sad at the same time, disappointing. Hopefully they can sort of salvage it. I mean, it's a huge fucking hit, so...
Destiny 2 Electric Boogaloo. Maybe
I'm
in the next
so-
one they won't fragment the fucking community as well. Then again,
Yeah.
I doubt it.
No.
It's Activision.
I'm so interested to see what they do with the sequel. If they're really
Yeah, if they don't do something amazing like they were like promising with Destiny, like I don't think I'd even get it. If it was
know.
like, if it wasn't something with Destiny 1, they kind of fucked us into sort of like, we've got it now.
It was
Okay, I'm
it was
stuck.
marketing trickery, basically.
Yeah, so I was stuck with it, and then I kind of liked it. But if Destiny
Yeah.
2 isn't something really amazing,
It was
I'm not going to waste my
Stockholm
time on it.
syndrome, effectively.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Like when you look at the state that the game is in now compared to what it was a year ago, it was a
I
joke.
think
really.
Destiny 2. I think it'd come out 2017 if it was actually
I
they actually
think-
made a fucking effort with it.
I think fall 2016. I think the game started production as soon as Destiny 1 came out, and they started seeing how well it was selling.
So what? We'll hear about it E3 next year, and then boom, game. You think they'll do that?
I think they'll do that. If they can't,
I suppose
keep,
it would,
they
yeah,
can't
because then
keep
they'd
stretching
have
this game.
they'd have a really quick burst of hype then, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
And because because we saw Watch Dogs fuck itself by having
Watch
a really
Dogs
prolonged
fucks-
period of hype.
And the opposite's happening with Fallout, where everyone's fucking hyped because.
They were like November, this year.
Perfect. So everyone's like.
Oh no,
don't
then
even have to wait
there's
that
games. I don't know. I suppose with Halo it's different though, because Halo they've got like a base of dedicated fucking fans that just go nuts
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah.
Even the ones that are like, I don't like it, will still get it.
There's no unknown with Halo,
Yeah.
though, is there? You
Yeah,
always.
because they can keep their hype train going for like 2 years.
Yeah.
Has
they
it been
know
2
that.
years? No, it's been a year.
But for-
I remember when Halo 5 was announced. I remember being in
they
sixth
announced
form.
it at the Xbox One thing, didn't they?
Oh yeah, but then they released the name of it and they showed. I remember that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember they released some like cover up for it.
Yeah.
That was it. Yeah.
Hmm.
God, that was ages ago.
It was a fucking long time ago now. Another game's going to be out this fucking very month.
Only 4 days away.
Oh my god, they've gone into the prop box. The prop box.
Jamie's
just
wearing a
filled
really
with
good
shit.
wig.
Right, I think that's a signal that we got to end this shit.
Hang on, I'm gonna get a picture of Jamie.
Minion plate.
Jim. Jim.
That's as good a signal as any to end this bullshit. So as always, thanks for watching. All comments and ratings very much appreciated. Make sure you leave suggestions for future job labs and things. You have any final words?
I promise I'll make a video real soon.
He promises he'll make a video real soon. They want more cooking, by the way, so
But I can't do that. I'm at university.
hold off on the cooking, baby.
Yeah. I'm real conscious of actually speaking because the fucking, I've got 7 other people I live with. I don't want them hearing my shit that I have to say. Fuck. It's nerve-wracking enough.
Tell them to talk to your big black penetrative daddy about it.
Big black penetrative daddy, what about him? What?
He'll deal with them.
Alright.
Anyway, whatever.
I mean, that guy's, honestly, just a fucking loser. An absolute fucking loser. Waste of space. I'm calling him out at this point. I don't give a fuck. Just the most pathetic excuse for a human being I've ever come across on the internet. I'm hilarious. Look at me, big black penetrative daddy. What a fucking funny joke. Never been used before. Triggered.
You done?
Yeah, cunt.
Right, we'll see you next time or whatever we do. Bye bye. Dessert! What are you, crazy?